Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Total War Troy, where we play as Menelaus. And if you remember, last time we had plenty of battles on our hands, but this way we finished off one of the enemy factions. And today we are starting with constructing the main buildings inside of the settlements we colonized, because those Ethiopians or Ethiopia faction just dropped off here and started to raid the settlements of the the faction of Knossos, basically. And as you can see, they are at war with Ethiopia. And we just got ourselves another mission, which is an annex of Crete. So, yeah, so we now have to take all the remaining settlements that are here, one of which we can already colonize. So I think we'll go for that. We want to send Menelaus over there. I don't see much of a threat from these guys, at least for now. We'll see how the things go in the future. Okay. And yeah, this is all we can do for this turn. Unless we just go for this call to arms thing to recruit those units that are needed. But why can't we actually recruit them? Is it because I do not have this kind of technology just yet? Probably, I think. Okay, so whatever. I guess we will just then oh, look at that, we have some special recruitment. But we have to be in either encampment stance or inside of the settlement, and it looks like the Dionysius will colonize the settlement of Leto next turn. I guess we'll see. Okay. And yeah, they did that, so we have to go back into our settlement and we'll get rid of 2 units of our slingers, because they don't deal too much damage, honestly. And instead, with the call to arms, we will recruit ourselves some Javelineers, but I wanted the Ithaca Javelineers, exactly them, basically. But for some reason, maybe I don't do that with this panel, so let's see. So I guess because we do not, and wait a second, we can still recruit those guys. The cost for that will be great, but it can actually pay off.
Indeed.
Okay. So we could actually get rid of this unit over here and recruit those guys in their place, and this is what we'll do actually. So our fighting capabilities should improve a little. Okay. And can we build something else over here? It seems like we cannot build anything of importance, interest, or anything else. So yeah, we just have to choose a royal decree now, and we'll go for wood production, because as you can see, wood is like the major what was this called, resource when upgrading the settlements or the constructions inside of the settlements. Okay, we still have to wait one more turn to, and we'll go for the boost to happiness over here, because I guess people here will not be too happy of what is happening. And we also want to upgrade this building. Can we? Yeah, we can build it instantly, but we unfortunately do not have enough wood to produce the vineyard to also keep people happy. So it has to be addressed somehow. Maybe it is caused by the provincial instability. Yeah, it is. So -3 per turn, -3, but it is like extra -1. Like this unhappiness of people drops by 1 every turn. So 3 turns before this effect wears off. Okay, and construction available. Yeah, we know there are constructions available, but we don't have resources to build them. So let's just move onward to the next turn. And we just finished this epic mission. So now we have yet another. Colonize a settlement remotely using the Spartan colonies mechanic. Okay, but like we had an opportunity to do that, a couple of opportunities to do that, and we actually used that mechanic before, but actually it didn't count because we didn't, back then we didn't have that mission. Okay, so there is this settlement there. There's also, okay, so no, I thought for a second that there were some ruins. So we are actually looking for any kind of ruins. But from what I see for a moment, for this current moment, there are none. And these guys are actually at war with us. And I'm afraid that soon they will launch a invasion on our territories, which we definitely do not want. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there is any kind of ruins right now. So what we can do, however, is we can see if we could actually declare the war on those guys. They have a non-aggression pacts with the Troy, and yeah, and do they have like any kind of territories? Because I don't want to be forced to swim who knows how far away to deal with them. Where are they on the map? So I guess this is the only thing they have. Yeah, because they are a horde. So let's declare the war on them and defeat them with the auto-resolve. So it seems like this guy survived.
They will become slaves.
Let's replenish our forces. And I guess the camera got locked because this guy was running away. And we will actually chase them down.
Menelaus of the loud war cry.
Okay,
Victory awaits.
this is an easy win. Okay,
Enslave them.
let's replenish those
Together
lost
as one.
forces, and that's good. And look at that, how many bloody battles there were.
We won.
This is just incredible. 2200 casualties, 2000 casualties, and almost 1700 casualties.
I'll not fall.
So yeah, those were some pretty bloody battles in the past.
Fortitude.
And right now, we have to start thinking about taking the settlement of Gortys and Litus. By the way, I apologize for saying it incorrectly, because previously I believed I called this island here the island of Knossos, which is not. It's an island of Crete where the settlement of Knossos lies. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. What else? So we still have unassigned skill
I
points,
remain undaunted.
and let's go for for this one. I am not a big fan of like extra happiness in the local province when there is a general present, because it mixes things up for me. Like I believe it's safe to leave the certain region, and once I leave its borders or leave the settlement, it looks like well, the people are becoming unhappy. So I'm really not a big fan of it. It clouds the judgment, basically. Okay, you know what, we'll actually go for missile units. Okay, and what else is there to be done? So a couple of upgrades and constructions. And over here, from what I see, there's nothing of importance to be built. And look at that, we could definitely use that. We could definitely use some bronze production. Okay, so we actually have to think about that. But we won't be able to afford it for a couple of next turns, I think, unless we once again strike a deal with someone, a one-time deal, and we just want a how much? A 1770 wood units. So we can go ahead and try to strike a deal with Achilles.
Why not?
So 1770. Oh, they don't have enough of that, but they have this much, and we can offer them in exchange like 100 gold, for example. No, they are not interested in gold, So then, like 5,000 food. Okay, a little too much, it seems. Still. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so give me what you have.
I can do.
Perfect. And we also have to find someone who would be willing to give us...
I know that wars can also be won
Oh, look
off
at
the
that.
battlefield.
We can sign a military alliance with Menelaus. That is very good. Yeah, actually, let's accept that. And now we can... well, we want 500 wood in exchange for, let's say, 20 units of gold. Too much, too little, I mean. So 55, almost there. Okay, now we're good.
A satisfactory.
Okay. So now let's see if we can actually build that construction, and we can. So that is what we'll do. Yeah. There's yet another construction available over here. But we will not build anything here. Because we... Or maybe we could go for this construction here, actually. Yeah, that is actually not a bad idea. Okay, so let's build that. Especially that it is a province's capital. Or actually, no, we want 540 wood because we want to build a garrison. Okay, so let's go into the diplomacy panel once again, and let's see if Menelaus can give us something. Give us something nice, or maybe someone who has plenty of wood. This guy, okay. So give me 540 wood, and I'll give you, oh, a gold. Okay, like 25 gold, too little. Okay, then 50 gold. Okay, then let's make it 50 gold and 200 food. Okay, a little bit more. You are a cheapskate. Okay. And let's see if we can... Yeah, we can build the garrison. Let's build it. And yeah, let's just end the turn. There was a lot of dealing right now, this turn. Okay, so now we have finished another mission to maintain control over 4 provinces. Okay. And yeah, so we can, I think, about, you know, declaring the war on Knossos. But I'm pretty reluctant, honestly, to do that. Especially that they are friendly to us. So let's see if we can...
This is a good time to talk.
No, let's see if we can actually make it work somehow. So they would like to have 200 gold and trade the region of Cythera. Definitely not, my friend. Are you crazy? No, then no. Then not. We will just declare the war on them, and we'll have their heads if they don't want to deal with us, like, peacefully. then we will be forced to show them that it is wiser to deal with us instead of fighting us. Okay. So let's wait for the next turn, and then we will think about what to do next. For now, yeah, we know that Menelaus didn't move because he still has to replenish the forces he lost. So let's end the turn. And those stones fly by real fast. Okay, so actually this is a great opportunity for us right now. I was worried about attacking the settlement of Litos, but as you can see, fortunately for us, this guy just left it and we will be able to attack it. So that is very good for us. And also let's upgrade this building while we're at this panel. And if we take the settlement of it, we will not be able to control all the province, but soon, real soon, the only settlement the faction of Knossos will have left will be the settlement of Gortys. Okay, so
I will not give up.
let's just declare the war on them. And you know what, we will not actually call... There are two things basically. I know that Mykenae have some barter agreements with the Knossos, and I fear that if we decided to declare the war on Knossos, they would just refuse to do so, and we would lose an ally, you know. And if we called our allies for help and they would join actually that war, it would improve our relations. So I guess we're gonna risk it. And look at that, Mykenae actually joined that war, so that is very good. And we are completely overpowering them, as you can see.
Into the fray.
So I guess it's because of those 3 units we recruited, those Javelineers, who have some armor-piercing missiles, and their damage is always really great. And because of this unit, the renowned Laconian Axemen. So yeah, and yeah, let's replenish our losses, chase this guy down.
March on.
If we can reach him, we can, so let's chase him down, finish him off.
Prove your worth.
Okay, and
They will
let's
become
replenish our
slaves.
forces.
A true soldier.
And the next thing we will try to take the settlement of Littles. Okay. And people here are starting to be happy, so that is very good. It works for us. And yeah, so we still have some unassigned skill points, so let's spend them. Let's go for the armored spearman, or yeah, the armored spearman. And their weight class is heavy, and they are battlefield healing. What is that? What does it mean? I guess we will find out what it means. For now, let's end the turn. Okay, I expected as much, so they decided to
Nothing back.
recruit
Prove your
another
valor.
army, but did them no good.
Don't falter
We're
now.
still taking the settlement. And it's surprisingly easy, honestly. It goes surprisingly
We
well.
shall settle here. Hard work pays off.
Okay. So we have another stone producing settlement. So now we could use some food or wood producing one, and as you can see, the Gortys settlement actually produces food, so that works for us. Settlement upgrade available. Okay, so let's go for, you know what, wood. Okay, Menelaus.
Menelaus of the Loud
Let's go for the plus 14 damage when fighting against Paris's faction. Plus 14 damage when fighting against Hector's faction. You know, Menelaus definitely has a grudge against Paris, so I guess we will go for the Paris's faction. We don't want that tutorial menu. That was a misclick. Send it on. And actually, a higher speed to replenishment of our forces would be welcome, honestly. Because it takes forever to recruit the units we lost.
King Menelaus.
And we, surprisingly, we can still reach the settlement of Gortys.
Show no fear.
And those guys are so desperate
Into the fray.
to save themselves that they start to recruit armies all the time, but they have no chances of actually succeeding. So let's occupy,
this
and
place.
this is the end to the faction of Knossos.
Sparta.
Okay, that is very good. We can first of all choose a commandment that provides us with extra happiness. Let's go for this thing as well. And what is this? So yeah, we could either go for extra bronze production or a garrison. And from what I've seen so far, we haven't been pretty much attacked. So I guess we can try and, you know, just build this not military but economy or industry tied buildings. So we have to get another for once more basically. We have to ask someone to give us 389 wood. So let's find ourselves someone who would be willing to do that. So Mykenae, they have plenty of wood, it seems.
Unity
And give
force
me
to be reckoned with.
389, and I'll give you... I have plenty of gold, so I can give you like, let's say 50 gold. Okay, too much. Then 40. Okay, we have a deal.
Certain.
Okay, so let's exit that panel and build this construction in its place. Okay, so there's that.
I remain
and
undaunted.
there are still some unassigned skill points, so let's spend them. And finally, we have what I asked for, so the possibility to increase the casualty replenishment rate. So finally, okay, and let's end the turn. What does the Achilles want? He wants me to give him 59 gold for 7 turns in exchange for 494 wood for also 7 turns. I mean, we produce 91 units of gold each turn, so it would give us like a room for 32 extra gold each turn, and that wood is always pretty important for us. So, but will they honor that? We can't see how much they produce, how much of that wood they produce, so you know what, we will risk it, let's agree. And now I think about going back to, well, like the continental part of the Greece to fight those guys, because I fear they will eventually decide to invade us, which we definitely want to prevent, obviously. But first, we should also focus on some upgrades of the settlements, etc. On this that still can be upgraded, so let's go for this one. Okay. Right. And let's see. First, so military presence gives us +5 to the control, and provincial instability is only -7. And even if we left with Menelaus here right now, we would still have, but we wouldn't have this much of a problem with the public order. What we can do right now, we can try and sign a peace treaty with them. Look at that. So it seems like they are so desperate that they are willing to, you know, do that basically.
That
At that high cost. So I guess it solves the problem of the threat from this direction. So instead we can now go ahead and see how can we deal with the Dionysius. They are neutral to us. And our relations actually improve, at least for now. They don't have any military alliances, so I guess we can just go ahead and well, not yet, not in this turn, but soon enough we will just declare the war on them to take back, not take back, but take in the first place the settlement of Leto. And if we take their original territories as well, the settlement of Dionysius and Paros, it will get us a lot closer to Troy, because if I remember correctly, the Troy is somewhere around here, oh, no, it's here, more like, yeah. So yeah, but we are not declaring the war on them this turn. We still have to get there, prepare ourselves for that fight.
Menelaus of the Loud War.
Yeah, and it seems like he will be able to reach that, you know, settlement next turn. Okay.
I remain undaunted.
So for now, let's just in this turn, keep upgrading those settlements and replenish our forces. And right now, Diomedes wants this kind of a barter, which is actually, honestly, very attractive. I have to admit it. So much wood in exchange of gold, and we would have to think about how long it would take us to produce this much of wood. So we would have to produce it for like basically 5 turns, and this amount of gold, it would take us, well, 20 turns. But we don't need that much of a gold just yet, and soon the agreement with Achilles will wear off, so will end basically in 6 turns. So that is a short period of time, especially that those turns are the turns in the Troy take very little time. Then I guess we can actually accept that. But look at that, we are now rising strategic threat, and this will definitely influence our how we are perceived. Okay, but for now let's just accept that offer. And with this wood we can finally do some more with it, make something more, like, you know, upgrades, etc. So first let's see, we don't want stone. What we want is, we actually want more food. Then let's go for it. And more wood. So let's upgrade those settlements that are tied to those productions. Over here we also want wood, so let's go for that as well. And, you know, public order, we want people to be happy. And let's upgrade the main building inside of the settlement of Knossos. And did you see how much we could build right now with this amount of wood we just got? This is incredible, honestly. So this will improve our economy greatly, I think. And in a couple of turns, once those settlements, buildings inside of those settlements are upgraded or built, we'll just have a highly, you know, more amount of the resources at our disposal. Okay. So, do we want to declare the war on them, on Dionysius, sorry. You know what? We will actually declare the war on them, and let's just hope that our allies will join, and I think they will join. Well, one of our allies left.
Strike hard.
Left the fight.
Victory away.
Right now we can. Oh, look at that! I guess those 3 units actually made a great difference, because as you can see, we now easily with auto resolve are able to take those settlements like straight away without having to encircle them or anything. Okay, so let's occupy.
New holding for Sparta.
And there's also this faction over here, which is the last stop
Stalwart and true.
know, on our way to the last obstacle on our way to getting a full control over the island of Crete. And is that settlement the only one they have, I wonder? So let's see. How are they called? They are called the Anomoisia, probably something like that. Anomoisia. Animoisia, okay? So they are friendly towards us. But let's see first. Okay, so it seems like this is actually the single settlement they have. And maybe if we decided to, you know, to attack the settlement of Satia and take control of it, it would mean also the end to this faction. I guess we'll see. Okay, so right now we still have to replenish our forces first. We still have some royal decrees available. Okay, so let's see. We don't use agents, so it doesn't really mean anything to us. You know what? I think we will actually go for this one over here to decrease the cost of wood with wood, basically, of constructions. Okay, it's only 5%, but it's always something. If you build 20 constructions, then you have one construction for free, so to speak. Okay, and I think this will be all for this then and this episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like, a comment, a subscription, and I'll see you next time. So see you around. Bye.